He's being subscribed the blue pills. He's got the blue frames. Doogie House is an MD. He's a psychiatrist. It's all a setup.
In his face. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Three Shades of Whatever. Today we got something a little different. I got some theories that I want to spout out about the Matrix Resurrections. I've got some real crazy things. After all the comments and everything that everybody's been leaving on our reaction to the trailer, the discussions I've had with people, it's all kind of brought me to one center thought now. And I don't know that it's real, so this is a full speculation video. So before anybody gets their panties in a bunch, I'm not saying this is what it is, just an idea. Here we go. So, now I know you guys saw the title, so I'm going to explain it right now. What I meant by it is, what if Neo is the only one ever? What if he gets his memory wiped here and there throughout? Well, say he is the one that helped construct the Matrix. Say he's the one that woke Morpheus up. Say he's, the one that did everything. And he's just re-waking up. But here's the thing. Where's the kicker. In the trailer, we see what people have said to be Agent Smith's reflection in the mirror. An older Smith. I don't think that's the case. To me, it looks like, I don't know, he does have a distinct look, so it's really hard to tell. It's too fast. Yeah. But another theory behind that would be, what if that's just the random person that they put Neo's consciousness into to reinsert him into the Matrix while his body's being repaired? There's so many different ways of putting it. Maybe they couldn't save his body, even though we see in the trailer, you see machines working on his body when he was all messed up after he was dead. People have commented that. I did see it. Okay. That doesn't mean that his body survived it, and maybe he had to be put into another consciousness while they maybe clone it, regrow. I don't know. It could be a million different scenarios.
Well, I'm thinking you never see him wake up in a trailer. So I'm thinking maybe...
Wake up isn't how?
Like, he's not a battery.
Like, he's not connected.
He's connected, but he's connected by the Matrix.
It could be just his consciousness connected in there. That's what I'm saying. Maybe because you remember.
Oh, he's like a rogue program almost.
Like he was in at the end of what was it? Reloaded into Revolutions.
But he still had a body outside of it.
Outside, but he wasn't connected.
So is one of the theories that he could possibly just be a rogue program. Period.
Yeah.
From him being the one, he's a rogue program.
He didn't need to be connected anymore.
What if, here's another little thing we could say. What if the machines are controlling everything regardless, and they're just giving this to people to make them think they have a chance?
Yeah, this is very...
What if the real world that Neo wakes up into is yet still a program?
Yep.
What if... This is where my theory goes a little different. Did you have something to say before that?
Oh, I was going to say, when you said that, what if Neo is the one and it's just reiterations of it? It makes a lot of sense because, remember in the movie that he meets the maker.
Yeah.
The construct, whatever they call it.
Architect.
The architect. That's the word. Pow.
So
took two reactions again.
Right, exactly.
Fine.
When he meets the architect, he goes, "Well, you think you're the only one," and you see a bunch of different Neos,
all yelling and talking and
these
laughing, whatever.
The different times that he is.
It could be.
It
could be.
So it could just be him. Recreated everything.
Back again.
Here's the other theory behind it. Because the thing that's been bothering me a lot is we've got Yaya playing a younger Morpheus. And everything that I've heard so far about this flick, it leading me to believe that it's supposed to be based 60 years in the future. How is that possible to have a younger Morpheus?
Right.
There's a couple different theories, okay? Like we also see Trinity waking up, which looks like she's waking up for the first time. So there's holes in my theory. We can get into why. But what if, like, this is supposedly the 7th version of the Matrix. What if the different versions of the Matrix is them just rebooting a backup file? You know what I'm saying?
It's a program.
But so
there's holes
you're
in that,
saying,
believe me.
Yeah.
I have a lot of them.
So you're saying like the backup file of a younger Morpheus,
Possibly
when he was in the Matrix before.
Yes, but the thing I've had with that is you see him giving the pill to Neo. So now I think that even though they can use a backup file, whoever is in that backup file would still have to be alive. Their battery plugged in. Okay?
Yeah.
So with Morpheus dying in the online game and that being canon, maybe Morpheus in this is another program, maybe sent by the Oracle to help reawaken Neo.
Might be.
Because you see in the trailer where he stops taking the blue pills. Obviously, he's done being under psychiatric help.
Right.
So that's where his mind starts to reopen.
Yeah.
And that's when he meets the younger Morpheus. At least how they make it seem in the trailer.
Or
what?
Maybe it's a younger person in like the what's the hovercraft's name called?
The Nebuchadnezzar.
Right? Maybe like
that was destroyed.
But it's not the Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, another one. I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
A younger guy took, a Morpheus program or whatever, or
maybe they could do that and they're tricking Neo, or trying to wake him up and just using that as a familiar face. That's what I'm thinking, is that they're using it as a familiar face, whether it is another person using a disguise of Morpheus, or it is actually a program itself sent by maybe the Oracle.
That could be true.
Because I was thinking maybe the machine sent it, but that wouldn't make sense, because why would they want Neo to wake up?
But the thing about that also is that in the trailer that we see here, it seems as though Neo's kind of like, well, this is, it's the deja vu thing going on. Mm-hmm. So when he meets Morpheus, he's kind of just like, yeah, bro, I kind of already did this.
He has that look, but you tell he doesn't know Morpheus.
Yeah.
And because his mind was wiped or whatever they did.
We saw Trinity
waking up. That's why I'm thinking the whole backup file. Say they fixed her body and she ended up spending all these time in here. In one of these chambers, and I wonder if somehow maybe you age slower. They found a way to slow our aging, so we are more efficient battery.
Yeah,
could be. Well, very well could be.
Because if it's 6 years in the future, you know what I mean.
Nobody called him Morpheus though.
No, but supposedly he confirmed on Twitter recently that he is playing a younger Morpheus.
Oh,
that's why it's all out there that's supposedly who he is playing.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say maybe it's not more. Maybe it's, but okay.
Yeah, that because that's what I thought when we first watched it. That's why I was like, you can't have two close-looking characters, but turns out it's the same character. So I just didn't understand the aspect if this was based in the future, how a younger Morpheus, and that's what's had my mind turning.
Yeah, that's
had my mind turning. But I mean, in a world like this, based on computers and stuff, they could literally do anything. And I don't know, just the whole backup file thing seemed kind of. Yeah. Like maybe that's how they're creating these new versions of the Matrix. They take the backup file and then they try to change a couple things.
And
instead of recreating it from scratch.
Right. It's the black cat.
Because that program worked for a while.
Yeah. So and maybe the people still plugged in. They just back them up to where they were at that time. Right. And that's, again, a backup file. That's why
wrong.
Well, that's why I don't think it's... Yes. That's why I don't think it's actually Morpheus alive. Yeah. I could be fully wrong.
Yeah.
But that's my guess.
But it doesn't make sense.
If my theory is right, it would have to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be like those ghosts and all the other.
Yeah. I know. The program. Yeah, the programs. They're all programs.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I've had this trailer in my head a lot since it's happened because I've watched it a few more times and all the commenting back and forth. It just had me really thinking about it, and I had to say more. There was so much more to say still.
That's
Yeah. And do you think she's a spy, Trinity? Do you think they made her as a spy?
No. No, I think they kept her around to somehow keep him under wraps.
Yeah, it does look like...
I'm still sticking with that theory. I feel like that has some... Because why else would they do that? Why would they keep the person who helps him snap out of it around unless he needs her to somehow survive, maybe? I wonder. There's so many ways to look at it, man. It's just really crazy.
It then also kind of, if we're looking for I guess if we're looking for the turncoat in this crew, think to yourself, well, if it's not Trinity, maybe we keep an eye out on Morpheus.
That's my other point about being a program. We don't know what it could be. We don't know what, and I also saw in the comments people trying to say that Trinity was a program. I mean, I showed them the part where you see her awake and actually said, I didn't see that, but because their reasoning was there's a part where you see him touch her face and you see code. That to me is his eyes opening and seeing the Matrix the way he normally does, because he always saw the code. Exactly. Yeah. That was him. That was just that moment. He was able to see a bit. It wasn't her actually being a program. It was him still seeing it.
And even when he talks to Doogie Howser, he's saying that he's seeing things, he's hallucinating, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's seeing a code.
Yeah, I also love the fact that how they played on the blue with him. Like the blue frames on the glasses as being, because that blue is the color of suppression for him.
Yeah.
Doogie's definitely playing into his suppression.
Yeah, and somebody, it was funny, I saw a comment, I think recently, it might even been today, where somebody mentioned about why does he need to take more than one blue pill? Well, we don't really know the real workings of the pills. We know that the blue is used for suppression to where he would have, like Morpheus said, you'll fall asleep, you wake up in your bed, you won't remember any of this. The red one, all the red one was a tracking device to find where he was located in the pods.
Right, so they could go.
So yeah, I mean, as far as the blue pills go, maybe you need to take one a day to keep the suppression down.
Especially for the one.
That's my point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like they're doing it for a reason. Or maybe it's not even, maybe the pills aren't even doing anything. Maybe it's just the idea of the blue pill.
Right.
It's like a placebo.
A placebo, very well. Very good. Yeah.
Especially since, hopefully, there'll be another trailer that comes out.
We're definitely getting a new trailer.
Soon, hopefully.
There is no way they won't give
some stuff.
Because this, even though it was written as a trailer, you know what it was. This was a teaser trailer.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because we've seen plenty of those. Trailers give context to the movie. Yep. Teasers give you that.
Yep.
And we got that.
That's what
we got. And I'm pointing at the TV, even though we didn't watch nothing now, but you know what I meant, and you enjoyed it anyway.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Well, if you like that, like the video and subscribe to the page. Hit the bell to stay tuned for new content, and leave us a comment below to let us know if you agree or disagree with what we had to say. We want to hear what you have to say about it. On that note, we are 3 Shades of Whatever.